Trapping plays a very important role in modern-day wildlife management. Professional wildlife biologists monitor fur-bearer populations to maintain a healthy and sustainable harvest of this important, renewable natural resource. Trapping provides recreation and income for licensed trappers across this country. Who's Your Trapper Outdoors is brought to you by Who's Your Trapper Supply. J3 Outdoors, manufacturer of the Hags Bracket and Body Trap Spring Clip. Leatherwood Creek Trapping Scents. Weeby Knives and Fur Handling Tools. HTS Productions. Who's Your Trapper Deer Scents. And Leatherwood Wildlife Art.
All right, hard to believe. Last episode of the season. It's been a good year. We've got... looking forward to next year. We've already been filming for next year. Anyways, we want to thank everybody for all the support this year, all the orders you've placed, those of you that have stopped by the shop, all the testimonials, all the questions, that kind of thing. And just kind of a reminder, if you send us an email or whatever, we do the best we can to get it answered as timely as possible. Sometimes if we're traveling or whatever, it may take a little bit longer, but we will eventually get those answered. So, and we appreciate that, and we appreciate all the support. So. Check us out at who'syourtrappersupply.com if you haven't already. So with that said, this certainly the last episode of the season, and so
yeah, just make sure, just because it's the off season, don't keep up to date with us. We're going to be posting podcasts are going to continue to roll that we do with the Trap House podcast. Charlie's probably got some fur shed stuff coming up here soon, and how-to videos. We're going to randomly be putting those out on YouTube. So we got a lot going to be going on over the summer and the off season, of course, with the conventions and the 7B stuff we do here. So yeah. If you follow us on Facebook, social media, we'll make sure we keep everyone updated on what's going on. So
and Justin mentioned the convention season, the trapping convention season coming up. The first thing we'll be at will be the Deer Expo in Indianapolis. Actually. Next week, and I think this is too late for that. So
yeah,
got ahead of
you
myself.
missed it.
Yeah, you missed it. So anyway, the main point of all of that was we don't do a whole bunch of trapping conventions, but we do several, and we're trying to add a couple each year. So if we're at a convention, stop by and say hello at our booth, and be glad to talk to you. And nice to meet you. So all of that. Hey, last reminder: photo contest. Show us your bottle photo contest. We'll accept entries until March 15th. Those of you that enter will get a Who's Your Trapper Leatherwood window decal for everyone that enters. And then you'll have a chance to win one of two $100 gift cards. So kind of a cool prize, cool reason to enter. And then the pictures we'll use as promotional purposes in the catalog or online or whatever. So we'll probably show your catch off in the future over like I said, social media or in the print catalog. Just get a picture of yourself or with your catch or end of the season catch, showing us the bottle of Leatherwood product that you use, which includes Top Dog Predator bait, and get those into us March 15th. You can email them to us, hit us on Facebook, hit us on Instagram, or you can do the old-fashioned way and just print off a photo and send it to us in the mail. So there are some that still do that. So we appreciate all the entries, and I hope you enjoy the show. Check day 2 on a 2-day check trip. So we didn't add new sets yesterday, so we're really not anticipating the 50% catch basically that we had yesterday. So we'll see. We'll just have to see how it plays out. Got a pretty good fog this morning. I know up home, I guess it's even worse. We're in Indiana, but
2 hours north of here. So I don't know, we'll just see how it plays out.
Battling the wind and the rain.
Not exactly ideal for filming trapping shows.
Deep water. This is what happens when land trappers try and go out and catch muskrats. You got to learn the hard way.
We're having a good time though.
Oh yeah. One down there. Yeah, I see a tail.
Pretty much buried clear up to the back hip in that number two Victor. He wasn't going anywhere.
And what do we say when we catch muskrats?
Musquatch! Nice double on this feed bed right here. I'll tell you what, those we've shown some that there's not much to them at all. This one's bigger than some of them, but man, those have been proven to be super productive. Obviously, it's where they're eating. So, got a missing trap on this feed bed right here. Hopefully, it's got a muskrat in it.
I hope so. Musquash!
In tribute to our buddy Trent Masterson.
Refer to episode whatever.
Season whatever.
Season whatever, episode whatever, when we were trapping muskrats in Michigan with our good buddy Trent. Showed us a few tips and tricks.
Yeah, that was mostly colony muskrat trapping. That was a good trip. That was a fun trip.
Yeah, it was definitely a different setup than what we're doing here. It's definitely a good time. We'll have to get back up there.
He's been hammering. Him and Zach Karate have been hammering the muskrats this year.
Karate or karate?
Karate.
I'm gonna say karate because that guy's got a black belt in muskrat smackdown. He's doing karate on muskrat.
He does.
Old Zach is smoking them.
Crazy.
He's hidden in there. Looked like a tornado went off.
Yeah. Nice one.
That's the pile. We're starting to get a little bit of a system.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not without running any sort of motor power. I mean, this works. I mean, you can make it work. It's a little tough, a little difficult, just fight through it.
But I mean, lots of people have kayaks. It's kind of the big thing now, so it's kind of nice to got them for fishing in the summer and
yeah,
river travel or whatever you're doing or like to do, and then they're great for winter trapping for muskrats. So.
This is a Jackson kayak, if anyone's wondering.
It's kind of a high dollar kayak.
Yeah, it's up there, but I know it's going to last forever, and like you said, I can multi-use out of it, trap or fish. And, I mean, it's so durable and sturdy. I stand up in it even to cast.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
And this is actually, I'm borrowing Jake's
Reel free.
What is it?
Or it's a feel free.
It's a feel free kayak. It's a nice, good, stable kayak too. He steps where he stands in it when he's fishing and stuff. So my kayak that I personally have is a real cheapie, and it would be I'd have it flipped by now out here. So
yeah, worth the investment.
It is worth the investment. All right, just right down from where we parked along this edge right here. We didn't do hardly any edge trapping at all because for the most part it's too hard to get to, but we could see where the rats were coming up on here. Rat droppings, just kind of coming up here. Had a little bit of a feed bed here, and we caught a rat here yesterday and we caught one today. So I mean, it's super simple. We just put the trap right there in front of that. We did put a little bit of lure there, and that was it. Super simple. Nice rat, nice winter rat. So, well, that's cool. This is just a lot of high action type trapping, really. You know, you got a lot of success rate, high success rate with muskrat trap. It's just a lot of fun to go do every now and then. So we're having a good time this morning.
Not a bad run on the first spot, huh?
No, not bad at all. Yesterday, 48 traps in this spot right here, 21 rats today, 27 rats yesterday. So I was pleasantly surprised here with the percentage. So population, it must be pretty decent out there to maintain that kind of catch. So
cool. Now we're just trying to keep somewhat organized, and we got roughly about 70 traps to go check.
Yeah, that half yesterday wasn't as good percentage-wise as this half, but well, actually this is less than half. But anyways, that one percentage-wise wasn't as good. So, you know, if you kind of try to keep organized when you pull traps, it can be one major mess. But we're going ahead and putting back traps in the appropriate totes and stuff. It only takes a few minutes, and it'll save you a bunch of time later for sure. So, anyways, off to the next spot.
I've been a professional trapper for over 40 years, and in that time, I've skinned literally thousands of animals. I've learned that it doesn't matter how cool a knife looks on your hip. What really matters is sharpness and reliability. And that's why I created the Wiebe Wicked Sharp line of replacement blade knives. These are knives that will quickly skin your critters without skinning your wallet. Visit WiebeKnives.com to get the new Monarch folding knife with 3 replacement blades for just $19.95. Wiebe Knives, Wicked Sharp.
Top dog predator bait. Success speaks for itself.
All right, Hags bracket here on the edge of this. I can tell the trap is missing, just like we want to see. It's fairly deep out here. There he is. Caught him trying to thieve on a carrot and some Muskratlicious. front arm catch, 2 feet in there, buried. That's what you want. These hag brackets make the job easier for situations like this. If you can't tell, or you don't want to spend the time trying to find a dent hole in all this mess, and make them come to you. Something like this, quick and easy, punch them in and go. So, musquash.
Cool.
All right, first little feeder hut on this new section. That's exactly what we want to see. You see that, Charlie? There's actually 2 of them in there.
That's crazy.
Little feeder bed set right there. Stuck it down.
I'll grab that.
Can you get him?
Yeah, I think so.
That's the
Rain, it's raining. I got rain on my glasses. I'm having trouble seeing.
Yeah, it's kind of nasty out.
We won't do a whole lot of filming today.
Double in a single trap.
You know, muskrats are super prolific, and that's why they like them caught out of here. So they got 3 litters a year, and the first litter that they have will have a litter by the end of the summer. So that's probably where this is coming from right here, this young one. But
yeah, it's quite a bit smaller, isn't it?
yeah, anyways.
Awesome.
Haven't done that before.
I've never done that either. Perfect example of this little hut here. You can see the fresh chewings right here on this side, nestled in a nice little trap. There's even some droppings right on top. So great location on this misty morning. This is one of our bigger huts that we set. Probably the only one we actually set 4 traps on. Wouldn't you say, Charlie?
I think so. We might have set a few triples, but this was the only one that was caught. Set 4. We caught 3 here yesterday, and one of the traps was flipped off. So
yeah.
So far we're two for 2 as far as being empty.
Just take a look over here.
Hey, the misty rain kind of quit temporarily. So
yeah.
that's kind of nice.
Well, trap's missing here.
It'd be a good day for, if you were a duck hunter, it'd be a good day for duck hunting.
I feel like this is the one that missed yesterday. Was it?
I can't remember.
Who knows?
It might have been.
There he is.
So that makes my number 4 off of this hut.
It's really in there.
Some of that, the ground when you walk on the bottom there is fairly firm, and you get these poles in there, and some of it holds pretty darn good, and it's probably forms some of that muck suction too. But
2 back feet and a number 2 square drill Victor.
Man, that's a big muskrat.
Very nice. And this trap seems to be missing too. See the chain. He's on there.
Alrighty,
Victor
cool.
2.
That's a big one,
Big high
too.
shoulder catch. Gotta love it.
Number 5 off that hut. So this was a 2-day check trip. You know, I'm assuming if we left it here, we'd probably catch another 1 or 2 on that hut. Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Yeah, no complaints on that. Home stretch!
What's that?
Home stretch!
Oh my gosh. I'm glad to see the truck.
Oh my, I'm sore, man.
That was whatever that headwind was that we were battling against. That was terrible. Jeez.
How many did you end up with?
Just 2.
2 rats?
Yeah, that was dismal up on that end.
Man.
What'd you get?
6.
So we only caught 8.
That's a lot of work for 8 rats up
Oh my gosh.
the last 40 cents.
Yeah, I mean that was like, I don't know what that is, a mile down there or 3/4 of a mile. It's not bad if the wind's not blowing.
All in all, great day.
Yeah, it was really, yeah, 38 for the day is better than I expected, really. So we kind of had a goal in mind of 100 muskrats, which we didn't quite make, but what is that, 90? 88, 96, I guess is what we ended up catching.
4 shy. Huh?
Yeah, 4 shy. So 96 is more believable than saying 100 even anyways, I guess.
Yeah. No one would believe us. Let's load up.
Yep, load up. I got to rest for a second.
Hags Trapping Products by J3 Outdoors, the most versatile and efficient trapping devices on the market.
Got the Hags brackets on here.
We just set this trap in one of the grooves,
And it just sits right under there on the bottom slot. And then the water's just directly over the trap. All right, trap's missing. We'll see if we got anything. Hags bracket with the carrot. Can't beat that.
Lip Licker Deer Lure. Success speaks for itself.
All right, end of the season. We've done these before, but this is a good reminder. Not everybody sees all the product highlights. So, and we're going into the time of year where a lot of guys are going to be doing coyote control for deer leases, turkey hunting areas, that kind of thing. So this is pretty appropriate. So we've got our coyote predator trapping kits, and these will work on coyotes, fox, and bobcats. But basically we have a starter kit with 3 traps. We've got a mid-range package that has 6 traps, and then we have a bigger kit that has 12 traps. They all come with everything that you need. So they come, they come with instructional DVD, sifter, digging tool, trap prep, split rings, stakes, drivers, lure bait and urine, and the traps themselves, of course. All of the kits come with number 2 bridgers, or you have an option to upgrade to a 550 Minnesota brand 550. It's not a whole lot more on the cost to go up to the 550. And to be honest with you, the 550 is a lot easier to use. You don't have to worry about adjustment. It's ready to go out of the box. You do need to go through the treatment process. But if you're a beginner, it's a high-end trap, and you won't ever need a better trap necessarily. But it's much easier to use, so it's something to consider. So anyways, like I said, just to kind of wrap this up for the season, keep our kits in mind for those of you that haven't trapped or getting ready to start trapping or feel kind of overwhelmed. The video will walk you through it from start to finish. So it's called Coyote Trapping, Making Sense of It All. I did the video, and it just basically tries to make sense of what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how to do it in the order that you need to do it. So anyways, keep these kits in mind. All right, Q&A. So I've got 2 questions I'm going to try to answer. Both were online. One was in regard to drying fur before you stretch it. So Ideally, if you can get your animals dried before you skin them, that's the best. As soon as you skin something and it's wet and then you hang it up to dry, then you increase the risk of the fur slipping or bacteria growth and that type of thing. So typically we'll lay carcass animals, say muskrats that are usually wet, coons in some cases, we'll lay them up on like milk crates and surround them by fans, get the fans going and get them dry. So, and then skin and then proceed with the rest of the fur put up. If you are washing fur, for instance, if you wash your bobcats or you wash your coyotes, which a lot of people do, get them skinned and then wash them at that point. And then normally we use Dawn dish soap, a little bit of borax in the water to help kill bacteria, and then and then wash them good and then rinse them good. And you can use warm water; that's just fine. So. And that actually, when you rinse them, that warm water helps get that soap out of the fur. So if you leave soap residue in there, then sometimes it's hard to get that soft, real fluffy under fur to come up and seem like it's fully dry and seem like it's soft. So definitely want to get that done. Some guys will use, washing machines, Downy, fabric softener, all that kind of stuff. All that stuff works. It just depends on where you're at and how much you want to put into it. If you are sending to an auction, a lot of times they do drum them before they're graded. So, sometimes it's like how much work you want to do when they're going to drum them anyway. So the main thing is probably just wash them, get them cleaned up, and get the blood out of them, that kind of thing. Now, when you wash them, you want to get them washed, rinsed, and then get them dry as quickly as possible. And we'll normally take them by the nose and just give them a couple flips outside, kind of like you're whipping a whip or something. And that'll snap that water off of that skin, and at that point, then we hang them by the nose on the same hooks that you hang your stretchers on, and get several fans on them, and have the room cool. If it's warm, then it increases your chances of bacteria growth. So get fans on them and get them dried out, and then once they're dry, comb them, and then go ahead and proceed with your stretching. We typically wash before we flesh the skin. If you wash after you've fleshed, sometimes if the washing gets carried away, it'll actually remove a fair amount of oil or fat from the skin itself, and then the skin will want to feel kind of light, where it doesn't have a lot of substance to it. So, and that can actually work kind of against you in terms of grading them. So, particularly on raccoon, for those of you that wash them, that can be an issue. So, big thing is just get them dried as quickly as possible, and then proceed with your stretching and that kind of thing, fleshing and stretching. So I hope that helps clear that up. The other question was in regard to four-coiled traps. We typically don't use four-coiled traps. We didn't back when we were using Bridgers. As traps got weak, we added them. But presently we're using MB550s. That trap is considerably stronger than the average two-coil trap, so I don't see any need for a four-coil on that. It's a smaller trap. Sometimes the four coils are necessary on bigger traps, particularly if the jaws are laminated because of the weight of the jaw. So you just need that extra power to come up through, to lift those jaws up. Some are concerned that the trap itself does better in freezing conditions if they have a four coil trap. To me, you want to avoid the material above the trap freezing. So you don't want that, getting a crust on it. So the important part of that is not as much four-coil trap, but to use proper cover on the trap so that it doesn't freeze. Whether you use wax dirt, peat moss, cover holes, that kind of thing. So, if four-coil traps are your thing, then that's fine. I will say that generally they do not meet BMP standards in terms of four-coil traps. So, if your state is leaning in following those as in their regulations, then certainly you're going to have to keep an eye on that. But generally, four-coil traps are not necessary, and you just don't need them. So, and I know that's kind of a controversial thing, and some guys say yes, some guys say no, but generally that's my reasoning and that's my recommendation. So, anyways, I hope that helps.
All right, everyone, thanks for watching. We have the new Hoosier Trapper Supply catalogs out. Pretty cool bobcat there. Jake caught there in New Mexico. Pretty nice. They're available. You can call here at the shop at 317-881-3075, or you can request one online at HoosierTrapperSupply.com. It's right there on the home page. Hit the button and we'll send you one in the mail. So pretty slick. Also, gotta say, make sure you're following us on all social media so you can keep up to date. We do have an email newsletter you can sign up for on the website as well. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, obviously YouTube. And on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button, so that will keep you posted on brand new episodes that pop up. Not just on Who's Your Trapper Outdoors, but also on the Fur Shed series and also the Trap House podcast. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.